Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. And we are back here on Coventry United match day with Liam Cook for this Midland League Premier Division match. With just 7 days to go into the end of the season, AFC Wulfrunians really could do with the points. As it stands, they're going to get at least 1 point. It's currently 1-1 between Wulfrunians and Coventry United. Rob Prinzel's rather, let's just say, mishit shot, finding the goal just before half-time, before Nick Turton was able to blast home to an empty net 2 minutes later. So it is 1-1, and as things stand, all of the 3 teams majorly in danger in terms of relegation, Loughborough, Wulfrunians and Shawbury, they're all drawing. It's 1-1 between Alvechurch and Shawbury, so as it stands, I don't think Alvechurch are going to be champions today. In terms of Shepshed and Loughborough, that's 0-0. Over at Butthole Lane, no sniggering, and obviously it's 1-1 here. And also, I'll tell you something, the half-time score at the Rico Arena, you're not going to believe this, lads. As soon as we're relegated, we start winning. Coventry City 1, Walsall 0, United and Wulfrunians as the players return to the pitch for the second half. The team news once again for both sides. Let's kick off with the visitors of Coventry United. Number 1 is Rich Morris. Number 2, Jagjit Ulja. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Rob Prinzel. 5, Lewis Eisen. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Keaton Francis Ballu. 8, Tommy Glasgow. 9, Scott Hammond. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Courtney Cameron. On the bench, number 12, Jimmy Holton. 13, Jack Tregartha. And 14, Mason Aldridge. For AFC Wulfrunians, number 1, John Bateman. 2, Craig Gregg. 3, Joel Keynes. 4, the captain, Jake Sedgemore. 5, John Hill. Number 6, Tom Ray. 7, Kyle Brady. 8, Richard Palmer. 9, Nick Turton. 10, Matt Ellis. And 11, Matthew Hunt. And on the bench for the Wolves, number 12, Mitchell McDonald. 14, Dimitri Brown. 15, Jacob Barnes. And 16, Nathan Rose Lang. It's all square as we get set for the second half here on Coventry United match day. AFC Wulfrunians 1, Coventry United 1. Let's get this second half started. The second half is anything like the first. We are in for a very exciting 45 minutes. The question is, which side will be taking home the spoils at full time? As it stands, Shawbury, Loughborough and Wulfrunians all drawing, so Shawbury will still remain in the relegation zone by 1 point heading into the final match. But of course, Wulfrunians have still got 2 matches to play after today. So Wulfrunians can secure their survival. I think it's Tuesday they're playing. As a free kick is given away early on by Coventry United. It's going to be taken by Sedgemore. Every outfield player inside United's half of Wulfrunians. Sedgemore boots it forward towards Hunt. Headed away by Coleman and brought back down to earth by Courtney Cameron. Shields the ball well from Hill. Blasts it down the left-hand wing. Keaton Francis Ballu leaves it. And it's headed out of play by John Hill. Throw in to the red and greens on the halfway line. And Cameron's going to leave it for Ben Valance. Valance's throw. Up line towards Francis Ballu, headed out once again. It's another throw to the red and greens. Valance up line towards Francis Ballu. He has gotten the end of it this time. Flicks it over for Courtney Cameron. Under pressure from Ray. Able to twist and turn his way out of that challenge and makes his way towards the box. It's Cameron. Flicked on by O'Grady. Francis Ballu tries to find Hammond, but it's still alive now with Glasgow. Hammond. Can you get the cross in? Now it's Ulja. Little feint run. Cross put in. Easy catch for John Bateman. And booted away by the Wolves number 1. Brady. Collision between Brady and Coleman. But it's Turton 1-on-1. It's 2-1. Nick Turton at the double. Smashes it past Rich Morris. Fast and furious start for the Wolves after the break. Safety could be all but secured for Wulfrunians. As it stands, if they win, the only reason they won't still be in the Premier Division next season is because of goal difference. How crucial could that Nick Turton goal be? Wulfrunians lead by 2-1. Well, the Brady and Coleman collision obviously caused United to take their eye off the ball. And for that split second, that allowed Nick Turton to race through one-on-one with Morris. And with a shot that powerful, Morris was never going to save it. And Turton struck straight into Ben Valance to try and win the ball back. Free kick immediately given to Coventry United. Valance plays a 1-2 with Rob Prinzel. Switches to Lewis Ison. Bit of a bobbly surface here at Castlecroft. Ulja, long ball forward, looking for Josh O'Grady, was it? Well, it's gone out of play. I think it was more intended for Scott Hammond, actually. But 3 minutes after the break, and already AFC Wulfrunians are leading. Turton with 2 goals. Throwing taken. Ellis tries to flick it on. And Turton once again committing the foul, this time pulling back on the shirt of Jagged Ulja. And Lewis Eisen pushing everyone forward. United have got to try and take some chances now. Eisen blasts it forward. Prinzel's going to jump for it. Nods it on. Courtney Cameron. Now it's O'Grady. Little swipe there from Ray. O'Grady takes it around Palmer. Now it's Courtney Cameron. Cameron for O'Grady! Has it gone in? No, it hasn't. Francis Barlow on the line, cleared. Coventry United trying to get back on level terms. They nearly did so. But here comes Turton for the hat-trick. Morris comes out and nods that one away. But Ellis puts it straight back into danger. But Turton was offside. He couldn't touch it. And it's going to go all the way out for a goal kick. From one end to the other, quick as a flash. Well, we said that if the first half was anything to go by, we would be in for a terrific half of football, and we have not been disappointed. We've not even had 5 minutes yet. And already in that 5 minutes, we've seen more action than we saw last time out against Loughborough. Rich Morris to take the goal kick in that rather fetching pink goalkeeping shirt. Prinzel, nodded on, looking for Keaton Francis Ballew. Appeals with a foul, ignored. Palmer holds off Francis Ballew in the centre circle. Play back into defence, and that was a little wayward, and Bateman has to come out and blast that one away. Palmer obviously thinking that was a player in a more central position behind him, not to be, and Bateman had to race forward to make sure that O'Grady and Prinzel didn't get on the end of that loose ball. It's going to be a throw-in now to Coventry United, well into their own territory. And this gives Wulfrunians a real opportunity to intercept and go after that third goal. Throw-in taken, and they have intercepted. Sedgemore, it's gone towards Turton. Coleman's not going to make the same mistake again, and gets his body in front of Turton, make sure he's not getting to that ball. Long throw from Rich Morris. O'Grady, Valance. Waiting for the right time to strike. Here comes O'Grady into Wulfrunians territory. Waiting for the right option. The only one he's got is Courtney Cameron, and Cameron in our control puts it through his legs and loses out. Turton does well to turn Ben Valance. Long ball forward, looking for Brady. Easy catch for Rich Morris. But once again, Turton has been incredible in the closing stages of the first half and the opening minutes of the second. Hammond jumps for it. And to no avail, it's going to go out for a Wolves throw. And Coventry United preparing a change, and that looks like Mason Aldridge. Only 2 outfield players United can use. Jimmy Holton and Mason Aldridge. From this distance, it's hard to tell them apart. The only way I can tell it's not Jimmy Holton is because Jimmy's covered in tattoos. And there is going to be a change here, and Lewis Ison's going to come off. And Mason Aldridge makes his way onto the pitch. What I believe is his Coventry United first team debut.
Number 14, Mason Aldridge.
So an early change for Coventry United. It seems to be enforced. Perhaps if Ison was injured, maybe that contributed to the second Wolves goal. We did see him go down early in the first half with a looked like a muscle problem. Palmer put it in towards the penalty area. Prinzel does well to block it off. O'Grady lets the ball run, but he's under pressure from behind. O'Grady still going. Now it's Francis Balou. Forced away from the box, but he's found Valence. Wulfrunians doing well to cut off every avenue of approach for Coventry United. Valence. O'Grady chips it towards Francis Balou. He's onside. Can he cut in? Corner kick. He's put it out of play off the leg of John Hill. Coventry United are not going to roll over and take this. Short corner routine. O'Grady cuts in. Lays it off. Rob Prinzel. He's going to try one again. Well, he did try one, but it was deflected. That's going to be a corner, surely. And it is a corner. And O'Grady jogs over towards the far side to take this one. Are they going to go for another short corner? Is it going to be a swing into the box? There it goes in from O'Grady towards the far post. No one there, but in fact the header away. It's going to keep him fresh. It's Balou. Fantastic catch from Bateman. For the second time this season, that man has been the difference. Not only did he do extremely well to reach the ball, he did even better to hang on to it and ensure that the rebound was not going to cause any danger for Wulfrunians. Quite remarkable from John Bateman. Now Wulfrunians straight onto the attack with Ellis. And it was Joel Keynes tripped, and that will be a free kick on the left-hand side of the penalty area for AFC Wulfrunians, and it could well be a yellow card for Jekit Ulja. And Terry Anderson is absolutely furious on the touchline, screaming at the referee, and a yellow card for the young fullback, Jaged Ojla. And the free kick's going to be taken now. It's on the left-hand side of the penalty area. It's going to be Sedgemore once again, the regular set-piece taker for the Wolves. Counting 5 Wulfrunians bodies in the penalty area, with a couple on the outside as well. Turton's in there, he could well be after his hat-trick. Sedgemore. A night over his own goal by Mason Aldridge. Crucial first touch. As Ellis was waiting at the far post, if Aldridge hadn't got something on that, it could well have been disaster for the Red and Greens. 35 minutes of play remaining here at Castlecroft Stadium. As it stands, Wulfrunians won't be safe on goal difference alone. Corner put in, head away at the near post by Valence, and now Scott Hammond tries to start the counter-attack for Coventry United, but he's curtailed by Rich Palmer behind him. Does well to trick his way past and put it forward for Keaton Francis Balou. It didn't go over the head of Tom Ray, though. Hammond will keep it in play in front of the dugout. Cameron. Oh, he's pressured into a mistake. Aldridge makes the challenge, but it's punted forward by Ellis, and Turton gives chase, along with Osler. Turton. And it's got to play for a Coventry United throw right in the corner. And also have to be careful there, he's on a yellow card now. Of course, United only have one more outfield change they can make. They have got Jack Tregartha on the bench if he's needed, but I don't think he's going to be putting on a white jersey anytime soon. He might be borrowing Rich Morris's pink one if Morris is either sent off or is injured. I'll assume that only one more change will be made, and that will be Jimmy Holty coming on later on. Orgler makes the interception after a pretty bad pass from Ellis. Glasgow ducks and dives out of Rich Palmer's challenge. Orgler, Glasgow. United have got to try and get this ball away from the danger zone. Across the box to Ben Valence. Valence strides away from Brady. It's still Valence, and pressure from Brady nearly allowed Ellis to snatch the ball away from Valence, but the left back still going. Now O'Grady tries to return the ball to Valence, but it's found Mason Aldridge. Starts the ball past Sedgemore, but he can't get it away from Ellis. Ellis to Brady. Now Sedgemore. Sedgemore tries one over the back of the defence. The United backline able to intercept. Now it's Glasgow for Coventry United, looking to get this move started. Long ball forward, down the left-hand side for Courtney Cameron. And Hunt blasts that one away. And Prinzel puts it out of play for a Wulfrunians throw. Well into United territory. If anything, you have to say, if anyone's going to score again, it looks like it's going to be Wulfrunians. Brady now down the right-hand side, tries to return the ball to Greg. Here is Greg, volleys it in. Turton, surely hat-trick! And that heavy first touch cost him. And Turton knows it. If he brought that down to his feet, there would have been no doubt of a third goal. But a little bit too much power on it. He did get something on the ball. But it's not diverted into the goal, and it will remain at 2-1 to Wulfrunians, but Turton knows he was so close to a hat-trick. As Morris gets set to take this goal kick, there it goes. United on the back foot, they need to pull something out of their back pocket. Orschler heads it forward towards Hammond. Crucial challenge made by Joel Keynes. Orschler forward to Hammond again. Hammond stuck in a sea of red and is eventually dispossessed by Rich Palmer. Palmer blocked off well by the sea of white this time. Long ball forward to Brady. Coleman as well to make the challenge from behind, but now it's Palmer. Down line to Turton. Nick Turton. And he's overran that one a little bit. As he knows, he's got the ball away. Brady. And that is a free kick to Coventry United. Well, I'm not too sure the referee's given the free kick for that. It definitely is to United. I was worried for a minute that it was going to be a penalty to Wulfrunians because there was a little bit of a dig in the back on Brady by Coleman before the whistle went. So we've got just over half an hour to go. It's AFC Wulfrunians 2, Coventry United 1. And unlike on Saturday, I'm very much looking forward to going through the highlights of this match. And talking of highlights, you can expect to see the exclusive highlights of this match, video highlights, on our YouTube channel tomorrow morning. So don't forget to subscribe to Coventry United Matchday on YouTube and hit the notification bell next to the channel's name. You'll get a notification when our next video is through. So that's tomorrow morning, exclusive visual highlights, along with commentary, of course, of Wulfrunians versus Coventry United. But what will the final score be? Victory will almost guarantee safety for Wulfrunians, and another goal will ensure victory as Brady gets set to put this cross in. And it's bobbled into the hands of Rich Morris via the foot of Rob Prinzel. A swift throw, Courtney Cameron. He didn't realise that Greg was right behind him, and he's lost out. Sedgemore chips it towards the left-hand side, with Matt Ellis takes it away from Scott Hammond, who came steaming in, hoping to take the ball away. Ellis, long ball, should be kept on the far side by Greg. Cross put in, headed away by Prinzel. And now Tommy Glasgow will stride away unopposed. Wings it to Josh O'Grady. You know, they've got to start breaking forward now. O'Grady's still going. He's got Francis Ballou forward, overlapping run from Ben Valens, but here is Francis Ballou. Hammond, will he throw on from range? It's Scott Hammond trying to find Francis Ballou, who seems to be playing as the main striker now. It's played away from danger for the time being. O'Grady puts it back in. Francis Ballou, poor first touch costs him, and blasted away by Sedgemore. And now Brady gives chase, he's offside. He's straight away from Coleman a little too early. He's pleading his case with the referee's assist him, but I think it is the right call. Free kick taken now, Josh O'Grady. Courtney Cameron, good control. Cameron tries to make his way into the penalty area. Courtney Cameron, cross, easily dealt with. And cleared only as far as Mason Aldridge. Aldridge tries to stab it towards O'Grady, but he puts it over his head. And Aldridge was clipped. And once again, Terry Anderson is furious with the referee. But now here come Wulfrunians, breaking down the left wing. Joel Keynes halts his run and is forced back by Orschler. Sedgemore boots it forward. Can Turton keep it in? Yes, he can, and tries to sidestep Rob Prinzel. The cross is good. It finds Greg. Can he get the shot away on the edge of the area? Or will he lay it off? Palmer. Is that handball? Yes, it is. And what on earth happened there? Well, a A bit of a fisticuffs there. It seems as though one of the Wulfrunians players has gone down holding his leg, and Rich Morris has just gone over to make sure the player is okay, and a rather violent reaction. Certainly not called for. It's not something that you like to see in the game. It seems as if the Wulfrunians player, I think it might have been Greg, was clipped, has obviously gone down in some discomfort. Bit of pushing and shoving. And eventually, the referee is given handball against, I think it was Mason Aldridge. To be fair, there wasn't a lot that Aldridge could do to get his hands out of the way, but it struck his arm, and right on the edge of the penalty area, inside the semicircle, on the edge of the box, AFC Wulfrunians could take a huge stride to a huge 3 points with this free kick. Before that, though, the referee is checking with his assistant regarding the previous incident we've just seen. So we'll wait to see if there's any further action taken there. And the referee has indeed called over the United skipper Jamie Coleman. And we could well be seeing another booking. Yellow card to Jamie Coleman. Is that going to be all? Well, he hasn't put his book away, so I'd assume there's going to be another booking here. In fact, no, there goes the book. So it's just stern words for the rest of the players, and a yellow card for Jamie Coleman. But the biggest punishment could well be yet to come, as Wulfrunians set up right on the edge of the penalty area for a free kick. It's a difficult position, really. It may be close to goal, but you've got to get the ball over the wall and below the crossbar. It's not an easy thing to do. Or you can just try and smash it through the wall or around it. But it's going to be Sedgemore. Turton's lurking in there as well, trying to get behind the wall perhaps. The skipper. In fact, no, it's going to be Brady. And it was straight into the wall. Ellis tries to keep it alive with an overhead kick, a rather tame one, and Prinzel will get that one away. Booted clear by Prinzel towards Keaton Francis Baloo, met in the air by Matt Hunt. Ellis. Palmer volleys it forward, but Coleman nods it away. O'Grady's ball in the centre circle. He's caught by Ellis, and Palmer wins it back. Chips it towards the right-hand side for Brady. No one there, and Coventry United will regain the ball. 25 minutes of play remaining. You can get in touch with us on Twitter at CovMatchday. Let us know who you think should be our Coventry United Matchday man of the match. It could be from either team, so let us know on Twitter at CovMatchday is the address. Aldridge jumps for it, but header only falls as far as Sedgemore. Now Kane's on the left wing, just in front of the dugouts. Oh, lovely swipe there to take it around Hammond. We're seeing some sexy football here at Castlecroft. Ellis, now Sedgemore. Tries to find Greg. It's intercepted by Courtney Cameron, but he's got in possession. It's Greg, and that will go wide. Not the worst of it in the world, but not the most accurate either. And it remained at 2-1 as the Wolves prepare a change. And coming off is going to be Rich Palmer. So Mitchell McDonald comes on. Strong display from Palmer, but some fresh legs. We'll keep Wulfrunians alive in this game. It's their first change. United, of course, have only got one more outfield player to use from the bench, that being Jimmy Holton. Now Coventry United are going to get play going again with Rich Morris's goal kick. Over the head of Aldridge and nodded on by Ellis. And Prinzel nods it straight over to Turton, and luckily Jamie Coleman is there to pick up the pieces, and Aldridge are blasted away. Hammond brings it down to earth, good control. Now Josh O'Grady tries to find Hammond again, and Hammond will pick it up on the right-hand side. Francis Baloo in there as well as Cameron. He couldn't take it past Matt Hunt though, he tries to win the ball back. Oh, lovely back heel by Hunt to find Joel Keynes. Hunt fires clear. Brady's header. It will fall to Rob Prinzel for Coventry United. Now Ben Valence, chance to break from the back perhaps. Valence strides forward unopposed. He's got Cameron to his left. Francis Ballew forward as well. He finds Josh O'Grady. Flicked on to Francis Ballew, a little bit too heavy. The under-21 player will keep it in. Lays it off for Valence. Crossing opportunity for Coventry United. Still Valence. Lays it off for Cameron. Cameron's cross. Oh! Keaton Francis Ballew couldn't make contact with it. It flashed across the net. Oh, it would have taken us the slightest of touches. We couldn't stretch far enough. United regroup from the back. Prinzel over to Valence. United come at it again. O'Grady turns out to have 2 challenges. Great work from O'Grady. Out wide, Glasgow, Orgler. Not the best of passes, but Orgler has got it. Glasgow, Hammond. Orgler again. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. And easily cleared by Hill, but Hammond keeps it alive. Glasgow. Tommy Glasgow lays it off. Josh O'Grady, will he line up a shot here? We may have done, but Greg does well to pressure him. And McDonald shoving the back by Ben Valence, and that's going to be a free kick. And the end of a very promising move for Coventry United. And the Red and Greens are going to make what should be their final change of the match. And coming off is it's going to be Keaton Francis Ballew, who has been playing as the main striker in this second half. So it was most likely going to be a like-for-like change, as Jimmy Holton is usually a centre mid, but he has been playing up front since the injury to Kai Williams. It's been alternating between Muzzy and Nduna and Jimmy Holton in that lone number 9 role. Of course, Nduna, one of many players missing for Coventry United today due to work, suspension, injury. Bateman is going to take this free kick. There it goes as we approach 25 minutes in this second half. So 20 minutes of play still to go. Handball claims against Matt Hunt. Referee doesn't want to know. Ellis. Turton. Space on the left-hand side. Quickly closed down by Coleman and Cameron. Turton retains possession. Ellis. McDonald wants it out wide. Tries to find him, but it's easily intercepted by Ben Valence. Josh O'Grady. Neat little turn. Keeps it away from McDonald. Lovely footwork from Josh O'Grady. This is the player that we've been wanting to see all season. Holton. Valence. Lovely give and go footwork from Coventry United. O'Grady caught out by Ellis. Quick thinking from the Wulfrunians attacker. Now Kyle Brady. Sedgemore. He's got McDonald out wide. Finds Mitch McDonald. Turton's in the box if he can get the cross away. Brady's in there too. McDonald taking on Ben Valence. Has he overran that? No, he hasn't. He's stretched to get the cross in, and it wasn't a very powerful cross, and United will come away with the ball. Well, that is until Turton makes the challenge on Josh O'Grady, and that's going to be a United throw. Last touch coming off Turton. Well, he's appealing, but it certainly came off Turton last. No doubt about that. But, in fact, no, they've turned it around. They've given it to Wulfrunians. That's the second time the referee has overruled the assistant in terms of a throw. It looked to me as if it came off Nick Turton last, and it could well cost Coventry United here. Brady, deflected strike. But it's forward to Greg, blocked by Prinzel, and fired away from the midfielder. Nodded on by Matt Hunt to keep the ball with Wulfrunians, but Ellis can only punt it into the netting that surrounds the stadium. It's out for a throw to Coventry United as we are now in the last 20 minutes. And Turton's through. Will he let it bounce? Coleman tries to block him off, and Turton has given away a free kick for a little bit of pulling on Coleman. Score at Castlecroft Stadium remains AFC Wulfrunians 2, Coventry United 1. 2 goals from Nick Turton, the difference either side of half-time after Rob Prinzel's opener. Mason Aldridge. Looks like United are playing a five-man at the back formation, playing the wing-backs. It looks like Prinzel has dropped into defence with Aldridge and Coleman, with Alger and Valence playing as wing-backs now. Aldridge. Neat pass to find Holton. And that's a Coventry United throw. Well, from where I'm standing, that looked to come off Mitch McDonald before it went out. It certainly came off his knee. And the question is whether it hit his knee before it went out or afterwards. And me, as if the ball hadn't crossed the line. Of course, the referee is the man who makes the decisions. Up line. Nodded forward by Ellis. Turton. By hook or by crook has kept the ball and puts the ball into the area. No one there, and Aldridge's got plenty of time to utilise at wing back now. Punts it forward for Hammond, and it's good chest control from Matt Hunt. He'll keep it in. Down line. Brady. Greg. Bounces over to Brady. It's Greg! Striking. It's straight to the back of Jamie Coleman, but it's still alive with Keynes on the far side. Pushing the back. Free kick. Wulfrunians. Level with the penalty area on the left wing. As we approach the final 15 minutes, you've got just over 5 minutes to get in touch with us regarding our man of the match. Let us know on Twitter at CovMatchday who you feel should be our man of the match. It can be from either Wulfrunians or Coventry, it doesn't matter. Whoever you think has made a difference today, let us know at CovMatchday. Sedgemore to take yet another free kick from the left-hand side and caught well on his line by Rich Morris, and a quick throw, and Josh O'Gray's got to try and get on the end of that throw, and he has done beautifully. Can he take it around Mitch McDonald? He's going to try and eventually plays it back to Valance. McDonald did well to hold up the play so his teammates can get back into position. Valance can't get past McDonald once again. Here's Josh O'Grady, switches it onto the right wing for Jordan Ulger. Can also get it in from the right-hand side. Orsla's cross towards Holton, headed away by Tom Ray. Osler again. Cameron. Courtney Cameron, it's towards Vance at the far post. Vance gets a contact on it, but it's not enough. And it goes out for a goal kick. Situation looking increasingly desperate for Coventry United. In all fairness, Wulfrunians have been the better team in this second half. The first half very even. But the Red Greens have still got a big opportunity to get something from this game. I'm not too sure what's been happening between Alvechurch and Shawbury, but a victory could well be enough for Wulfrunians to confirm their survival. They still have 2 games to go after this one. Shawbury have 1. Coleman under pressure from behind by Turton. Aldridge. Brady trying to win the ball back. Nice little turn from Aldridge. Gives himself some time on the ball. Oh, great, that's that one run. Holton couldn't take it around Hunt. Sedgemore takes it around Holton beautifully and tries to put it down the right-hand side of Turton. Turton wasn't ready for it. And it will be a goal kick. So it drifts over the byline. And there is going to be a second change for AFC Wulfrunians. I believe that's Dimitri Brown getting ready. Morris takes the goal kick. Flicks off the head of Ellis. And finds Joel Keynes at left back. Punts forward. He's looking for Turton. It's straight into the hands of Morris. He's got a little bit of time to utilise now. Turton still trying to get that third goal to complete the hat-trick. He's had chances, but he hasn't been able to put any of them away. Holton beaten in the air. Now Keynes brings it down. Brady. Brinslow comes across to try and cover him off. Forces the play down line to Matt Ellis. Despite Cameron's best attempts, he's played it to Hunt. Ellis again, just able to hold off Cameron. Greg. Ellis. Interception made by Tommy Glasgow. Now Josh O'Grady's got to get running here. O'Grady tries to play through Hammond. He's held up just enough by John Hill. And a slide by Scott Hammond. He certainly caught Hunt there. It's a free kick, handshake between the 2 players. And it's going to be a yellow card. Hammond takes the book out. And Scott Hammond is booked. Well, it's now time to name our Coventry United match day man of the match. And one man has turned this game upside down with goals either side of the break. So who else could it be but AFC Wulfrunians number 9, Nick Turton. Bateman prepares to take this free kick as Wulfrunians are still getting ready to take the chance to bring on a substitute. It looks like it is going to be Brown to come on. And the referee is going to allow the change now. And coming off, well, wouldn't you know, it's our man of the match, Nick Turton.
For Wulfrunians, replacing number 9, Nicky Turton. Number 14.
Well, an incredible showing from Nick Turton, our man of the match today here on Coventry United Match Day. A wry grin on the face of the Wolves number 9. 2 goals either side of the break, turning this game upside down. As the referee tells him just hurry up his exits. And Nick Turton is replaced by Dimitri Brown for the final 13 minutes. So no hat-trick for Turton, but a very impressive showing. And Bateman takes the free kick. Met in the air by Coleman. Only as far as Sedgemore. Finds Dimitri Brown offside. Not the best of first contributions for the substitute. So as we prepare to enter the final 10 minutes, the score remains AFC Wulfrunians 2, Coventry United 1. Nick Turton's double has given Wulfrunians a chance to secure safety. We'll tell you what happens at the game between Alvechurch and Shawbury at full time. So we'll be able to confirm then whether either Loughborough or Wulfrunians or both are safe. Hunt's nodded away. Brown gives chase. Can he shift his way past Coleman? No, he can't. Coleman plays it back into his own area, and Aldridge has to hurriedly clear the danger. Orgler with plenty of time on the ball, out on the right flank. Prinzel. He's waiting for the right option to present itself. He strides forward towards the halfway line. Chips it towards the right-hand side for Orgler. Cameron trying to get the cross in. Courtney Cameron cuts in. Still Courtney Cameron. Can he get past Hunt? No, he can't. He's shrugged to the ground. Half-height appeal to a penalty. Referee doesn't want to know. Clearance intercepted by Aldridge, but Glasgow loses out. Ellis punts it forward. Looking for Dimitri Brown. Brown's got the ball in the area. Towards the right-hand side. He's going to lay it off for Mitchell McDonald. Brown again. McDonald making the run. And the pass blocked well by Jamie Coleman. A third goal would kill it. United can't afford to concede again. As we await the throw to be taken. And we are going to have a new ball. And in fact, no, we've got the original ball back now. So it's going to be McDonald's throw. Kyle Brady gets the cross in. Brown at the near post. Can he turn and shoot? He tried, and Coleman with a crucial challenge. And that's going to be a corner kick. And Rob Prinzel doing his best to hurry play along. He throws the ball to the corner. So we are now in the last 10 minutes. It's going to be McDonald to put it in. Head away by Glasgow. Only as far as McDonald. Out wide to Brady. Another chance to get the ball in. Brady's cross. He'll forward to Ellis at the far post. And he puts it over by some way. With a shot like that, you've got to try and put your laces through it. We tried to side foot it into the goal. No power behind it, but it went way over. As Josh O'Grady thinks on his feet and goes to get the spare ball from the touchline, rather than have Rich Morris go and fetch one from the field behind the goal. In fact, now he's got to go and get one because the kick from O'Grady has gone past the advertising boards. United not playing with too much urgency, I have to say. Morris's kick. Holton's going to jump for it. In fact, no, he's brought it down to her, but it's only as far as Sedgemore. Dimitri Brown lets it bounce. Chest control. Tries to put it through for Kyle Brady. Brady nods it on. Dimitri Brown in the area. This to seal it. Great save. The forwards into the roof of the net. Is that the goal that seals safety? Kyle Brady with the goal. And once again, Wulfrunians on hand to pounce on a rebound. From 1-0 down, Wulfrunians are now 3-1 up. An incredible second half display, and Coventry United are flabbergasted. Well, depending on results elsewhere, that could be enough to ensure AFC Wulfrunians will be playing in the Premier Division next season. We'll have to wait and see what happens between Alfchurch and Shawbury. But the only way that they can go down now, Wulfrunians, is on goal difference. Still with 2 games to play after this, it's looking increasingly likely that Wulfrunians will be playing Coventry United again next season. McDonald as we get underway once again. Here's Hunt. Sedgemore chips onto the right hand side for Dimitri Brown. Brown shrugs passes. Final substitute Aldridge. It's now for Brady. Lets it bounce, but it'll come back to him in the area. Kyle Brady. Now out wide to Joel Keynes. Tries to put it back for Brady, and he wasn't ready for it. And now Rob Prindle tries to punt it forward. I think United know they're beaten at the moment, but they're going to try and get something out of this game. And Aldridge had, Holton has strode too far forward. And that's going to bounce out of play for a Coventry United throw. Ben Valance to take the throw just in front of us. Holton nods it on for Josh O'Grady. Can he get the cross in from the left-hand side? Being shrugged towards the byline by Sedgemore. It's put in and hooked away by Hunt. Chested down by McDonald. Flicked on. McDonald gets it away. Brown. McDonald punts it down the right-hand side. Dimitri Brown will get to this one first. And a corner kick is taking a final touch off Mason Aldridge. This is the perfect position for Wulfrunians to be in. They're 2 goals up and the ball's at the right end of the field. And with just 5 minutes to go, you can't see any other result than a Wulfrunians win here. Unless United can pull something special out of the bag. And they haven't got a lot of time to do it. The bare bones of Coventry United did take the lead before half-time. That double from Turton. And Brady's goal a few minutes ago has made the win safe. The corner put in, punched away by Morris. But and a strike by McDonald just flashes wide at the far post. It could have been even worse for Coventry United. Morris was rooted to his spot. He wasn't getting anywhere close to that. It was either going wide or going in. There was no save about it. Morris punts clear. Holton will let that one go. In fact, it's nodded forward. Coleman clears. Only as far as Hill. Once again, it's come to a Coventry United defender. Rob Prindle this time. Prindle punts it forward, looking for Jimmy Holton. Far too powerful. And that will be an easy gather for John Bateman. As we approach the final whistle, it's hard to think next week is our final match of the season. Coventry United will be travelling to Boldmere St Michael's for the final match of their Premier Division campaign. However, we will be in action again here on Coventry United Match Day in May for a Coventry United ladies match. More info on that on our Twitter channel. And a rather ambitious effort on goal by Kyle Brady. Wulfrunians trying to take every single goal they can to help their goal difference. As things stand, there will be 6 goals better off than Shawbury on goal difference. If Shawbury get the draw against Alfchurch, then goal difference is the only way that they can stay up. So the more goals Wulfrunians score, the better chance they've got of staying up. And from whispers around the ground, I've heard that it's still 1-1 between Alfchurch and Shawbury, so Wulfrunians won't be officially safe yet with the win if it's still a draw at full time. And Avchurch won't be champions either, but it would be a stride in the right direction for both Avchurch and Wulfrunians. And another nail in Shawbury's coffin. Ozja. Prinzel. Trying to put it down the right hand side. Easy tackle made by Keynes. And now Kyle Brady. He won't reach it, and Jamie Coleman will play us back into the area with Mason Aldridge. He's got to deal with this one quickly as Dimitri Brown comes in. Dimitri Brown! Suicidal from Mason Aldridge! And once again, Wulfrunians are there to pick up the pieces. Dimitri Brown joins in the act.
Fourth goal for Wulfrunians, scored after 88 minutes by number 14, Dimitri Brown.
Yet more misery heaped on Coventry United. They've been battered in the second half. Wulfrunians with a highly convincing victory. We said earlier that goal difference is now the only way that Shawbury can beat Wulfrunians in the table. Well, goal difference is now seriously stacked in Wulfrunians' favour. We have 3 more goals added to the GD section. And that puts some rather terrible icing on a pretty bad cake for Coventry United. It's Wulfrunians 4, Coventry United 1. O'Grady. Hammond out wide to Courtney Cameron. And we're only a couple of minutes to go. United haven't really got a lot to play for. They may as well just pass the ball around. They're going to lose this game. And we're just hearing that Loughborough are actually winning, so it looks like Loughborough are going to be safe. Loughborough are a point better off than Wulfrunians as a free kick is given to Wulfrunians. As things stand, Loughborough will be safe if it remains at 1-1 between Alvechurch and Shawbury. But Wulfrunians have to rely on either getting a point on, I believe it's Tuesday they're playing. If they get a point on Tuesday, they are officially safe as the final change is being made. Kyle Brady is coming off, and replacing him is going to be Jacob Barnes is coming on. So poor old Nathan Rose-Lang is the only substitute that the Wolves haven't used today. Well, here comes Barnes for a fleeting appearance, no more than a couple of minutes or so. Bateman clears. Glasgow jumps for it, but it's gone over him to Jacob Barnes. And it could be about to get even worse for Coventry United. Dimitri Brown puts it wide. And it's taking a touch of a Coventry United player on the way through, and it will be a corner kick. But you feel, as we head towards the final whistle, every single Wulfrunians attack, it looks like they could add another one to their collection. And we're going to have another corner to be taken by the captain, Sedgemore. And we are officially into added time. How much of it we've got, I'm not too sure. I'd say the amount of goals scored, there's going to be a fair few minutes. United, I think they just want to get the game over with and get home. Not into the area and cleared away by Mason Aldridge. We're still in danger with Sedgemore. A 5th goal would really stick the knife in Coventry United's back. McDonald, Sedgemore. Now it's Barnes. Taking a touch off Ben Balance on the way through. It's going to be a throw-in to AFC Wulfrunians. Don't forget, this is certainly for Wulfrunians fans. The highlights of this match will be on YouTube tomorrow morning, as Aldridge puts it out of play off McDonald. So the highlights of AFC Wulfrunians versus Coventry United will be available tomorrow morning on Coventry United Matchday's YouTube channel. I've got a feeling the Red and Green Army might want to avoid this one. O'Grady. Vance. Now it's with O'Grady again as they try and get themselves out of danger. Nice little draw there from Josh O'Grady, but a poor pass from Glasgow. May have just handed the ball straight back to Joel Keynes. It has done. Kane shrugs off the challenge from Courtney Cameron. Now it's Jacob Barnes. Heavy first touch, but he still retains possession. Has to play it back to Ellis. Craig Gregg. Avoids the challenge of Jagged Ulja. Still Gregg. Shimmies his way past Courtney Cameron, and a trading leg caught by Courtney Cameron. Free kick right in the corner. Frustrations boiling over for Coventry United. We had around 2 minutes of added time. Don't forget, next week our final match of an incredible season. Boldmere St Michael's away, live from 2:40 PM on Coventry United Matchday's YouTube channel. And that free kick goes straight over the bar and out for a goal kick. And Rob Prinzel amazingly seems in no hurry to get that ball. I think he just wants to hurry up the full-time whistle, to be fair. It's gone straight into the back of the net. Unfortunately for United, it's the wrong side. Well, they did score in that goal before half-time. It looked back then, with United leading, that they were in a comfortable position. They played very well in the first half. It was a very even opening 45 minutes. It looked like they could go on to win it. How wrong we were. And the referee puts Coventry United out of their misery. An absolutely torrid day for a patchwork red and green side. Take nothing away from Wulfrunians. They were unstoppable in this second half. 2 for Turton. A win for Wulfrunians. I don't think you can get much better than that for the home side. Depending on what happened between Alvechurch and Shawbury, this could well mean safety for Wulfrunians. I believe it's still 1-1. And AFC Wulfrunians can give themselves a well-earned pat on the back after a fantastic display. Coventry United is back to the drawing board, and they'll look to go out on a high at Boldmere next week. Final score here at the Castlecroft Stadium is AFC Wulfrunians 4, Coventry United 1. Let's take you through some final scores from around the grounds. The one that we're really interested in is at the Rico. Coventry United now. They beat them 1-0 at Spinks Drive earlier this month. A convincing 4-1 win. As man of the match Nick Turton celebrates on the touchline after a job well done. And let's get some full-time scores, and it is still 1-1 according to Alvechurch's last tweet anyway. It's still 1-1 between Alvechurch and Shawbury. So as it stands, Wulfrunians are safe in all but the numbers. Goal difference is the only way they can be sent down now, and it's pretty much stacked in their favour. As far as Coventry United are concerned, I'm not sure what St Andrews have done, but they could well drop to P8 in the Premier Division table. But for a while now, focuses have been switched to next season, bringing in a couple of big names and going for it in August and going after a real promotion bid. This is the first time in United's history that they haven't gone up, so a bit of a disappointment for the Red and Greens, and today was certainly a disappointment. City drawing 0-0 at home to Watford. Computer's a little bit slow at the moment. Swansea 1, Stoke 0. That's a big result for Paul Clement's team, with Hull only drawing and Middlesbrough losing as well. And it's scoreless between West Ham and Everton in the Championship. In fact, no, wait a minute. The scores have only gone updating themselves. That's Bournemouth 4, Middlesbrough 0. Hull City 2, Watford 0. Swansea 2, Stoke 0. And it's still scoreless between West Ham and Everton. In the Championship, Brentford 3, QPR 1. Bristol City 3, Barnsley 2. Burton 2, Leeds 1, Huddersfield 1, Fulham 4, so it's pretty much game over for Huddersfield. Looks like Newcastle will be going back to the Premier League along with Brighton. Nottingham Forest 3, Reading 2, Rotherham 1, Ipswich 0, surprising result there for already relegated Rotherham. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Derby 1, Wigan 0, Cardiff 0, and I think that could well mean that Wigan are down. They could go down today. I have to wait and see what the... what's happening there? I'm not sure whether they're staying or going down. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see. Finally, Wolves 0, Blackburn 0. In League 1, Bradford City 3, AFC Wimbledon 0, Bury 2, Northampton 0. Chesterfield 1, Charlton 2. So as it stands, Coventry City will be lifted off the bottom of the League One table. Of course, they're already down, so it doesn't really matter. Gillingham 2, Fleetwood 3. Fleetwood have just scored a late winner at Priestfield. Millwall 0, Oxford 3. So I believe as it stands, Fleetwood's victory will mean that Bolton aren't going up. Let's have a look at the other ones. We've got Millwall 0, Oxford 3, MK Dons 0, Sheffield United 3, Oldham 1, Rochdale 1, Peterborough 4, Bristol Rovers 1, Port Vale 0, Bolton 1, Shrewsbury 1, Southend 0. So that means Swindon are down. Swindon Town are relegated to League 2 along with Coventry City and Chesterfield. Swindon have lost 2-1 at home to Scunthorpe. In League 2, Blackpool 3, Cheltenham 0, Colchester 0, Plymouth 0, Crawley 2, Carlisle 3, Crewe 3, Leyton Orient 0. That could well send Leyton Orient down. I believe that it was basically if they lose they go down, so Orient will be playing in the National League next season. Exeter 2, Morecambe 1, Grimsby 4, Yeovil 2, Hartlepool 0, Barnet 2, Luton 2, Notts County 1, Newport 1, Accrington 0, Portsmouth 2, Cambridge 1, Stevenage 0, Mansfield 1, and Wickham 2, Doncaster Rovers 1. So those are the final scores from around. Can they go out on a high? You can catch every kick, every shot, every save and every goal right here on Coventry United Matchday. We're live from 2:40 p.m. So do not miss a single second of United's final game of the season. For now, I've been Liam Cook. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, don't forget to hit that like button on the video if you did enjoy our coverage. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to Coventry United Matchday on YouTube for more exclusive football content. And of course, follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday. And the highlights of today's game will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow morning. So until then, I've been Liam Cook. See you next weekend. Take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend.